Hi, hello there. Hopefully the audio's properly mixed there. I'm listening to this channel right here. And anyways, I'm John Leonard, my brother's game and family RPG on Twitch. And today I was going to do a bit more adventuring with our character Vic Lightfoot. Turn it down a bit more. It's loud my headset. There we go. Okay. So, if you recall, Vic Lightfoot here. He's charismatic, but not very strong at all, and middling in between everything else. We got a Gauss pistol, but we probably ought to buy another weapon just in case, because the planet that we're on, that we rolled up last time, uh, no automatic weapons, and the Gauss pistol is auto 2. So I'll buy another gun, and he did do some trading last time. He bought some survival gear on this water world, and sold it elsewhere on this water world, because we didn't want to make a second world yet. So, before you go any further, buy another weapon. Maybe you'll have a, in the starport, some spot where you can hold equipment that's not necessarily allowed on the planet. Um, let's buy him. Shotgun could be good. Pretty short range though. Hmm. Oh, that's unfortunate too because of that Gauss rifle, Gauss pistol. That's what he's got his signature weapon on, so he's got an advantage on attacks for that. And that's a choice I made earlier on, so that's what we're going to keep because we didn't know what kind of world we're going to be on. Definitely don't want a melee weapon. Let's see. Something good and affordable. Nothing auto, so we could be the shotgun. Pretty short range. Just do a rifle. Could do crossbow. That's relatively cheap and right the distance. It's still 3D damage. That's pretty close to what is actually that's exactly what his pistol can do. So and um yeah, even though like I say crossbow is not a gun, it's still counted under the gun skill. So small arms. So sure, he'll get a crossbow. There's be allowed on several planets. So let's see. Um, we just copy all these. Almost got all of them. Like that. The problem with having used the autofill text boxes available in preview on the Mac instead of getting a good one pre-established. Okay, there we go. No, don't move. Crossbow. Gun, roll 1, tech level 2. Shrink that. Ah, these flash monsters are too small. Let's see, 100 and 300. Okay. Again, still 3D damage. 10 equal magazine. And no aspect to it. Alright, and it costs us 75 for that. 10 more for each 10 magazines. So, let's go 75, 95. Okay. We'll go with 2 extra magazines. 3 magazines for crossbow. Okay. So, there's that. I thought about that last time. Also, again, a reminder, we do have psionics for this character, clairvoyance, telepathy, and teleportation. So we can keep those in mind with whatever we do with this character. That'll be fun. My notion was to use this book for encounters. There are other means of generating solo play adventures. I know Mythic is one of the popular ones. As I pointed out in my first post of this video series, that Ed May is a YouTuber that has done a lot of content for solo play on Traveler, using some of the rules from Cepheus as well, and made a lot of comments in his videos. So, back to this. Which page is it under? Social encounters, that's the one. He's a very social kind of guy, this Vic Lightfoot is, so. Again, we are on the world Sirius, I believe. Yes, Sirius, what we called it. It is a predominantly water world, 90%. Not entirely water world, enough that it's enough to be considered a water world. But 90%, we're almost there. Unfortunately, it has no trade codes. It has thin, tainted air, so you need a breather on the surface. It has a population of 50 million. Representative democracy. Low level force, no automatic weapons. Tech level 7, so equivalent to what we have today. And so I figured, okay, well, it does have a starport B type, so it's able to produce refined fuel. So if you have refined fuel, and fuel essentially is hydrogen, and you have a water world, presumably then their biggest export is probably going to be the refined fuel. So, but again, that's not really a mechanic that's really laid out easily in the system. So I'll work on that, hopefully later on. So anyways, encounter types. Let's see what we got. I ought to load up also a document for what we're doing encounter-wise. Blank page. For any NPCs we encounter, just gotta make notes about it, right? So, let's do a routine. Let's see, routine encounters. Legal encounters. Well, we could do a legal encounter, just as he did buy the survival gear last time. I bought it and sold it on the black market, so maybe there's potential for that. Kind of an issue there. These are specific kinds of random encounter where one or more player characters interact with law enforcement officials. Depending on what the PCs are up to, the society's government type and NPC reaction table result. Legal encounters can run the gamut from minor inconvenience, downright harrowing, to the full evening's adventure if things go horribly wrong. The higher the world's law level, the more characters can expect to be bothered by law enforcement. A referee should throw 2D once per day at the referee's discretion. It can be more. If roll higher than the law level, avoid an encounter. Okay, so and we actually have smuggler. So if we're dealing with law level, dealing with a legal encounter, actually roll basically with advantage. So throw another D6 in there and roll. So you need these two highest ones, 6, and the law level on the planet is 4. So no legal encounter. He got away with it. Cool. Well, okay. Let's say because we want to have Seppi happen, right? There's potential for 2 legal encounters because he bought the stuff on the black market and he also sold it on the black market. So let's see it again. Okay, 11 up there to 2 highest again. So yeah, he's good at this stuff. So no issue with that. Let's remove that. Random encounter. There are two main benefits to incorporating random encounters in any game session. The first is that you can use random encounters to generate the evening's adventure. That's what we're doing. It's especially useful for the referee where the player characters are intending to uh, go and what they are intending to do by asking the players intended to do in the next session and prepare the random encounters beforehand. Anyway, okay, so let's get the rolling part. Referee should roll 1d per day. 5 or 6 indicates a random encounter occurs. Referee can use the tables in the chapter to find the NPC encountered, and if they develop new random encounter tables for specific events. All right, so let's see. Over the left one. 5 or 6. 6. All right, we do have a random encounter. Let's see. Let's say we found it at the starport. So 2d6 or 6, 55. And we have a researcher. Okay. We encountered a researcher at the starport. Well, we're a problem solver. Maybe this researcher. What does this researcher need? Well, okay. Let's find out. Okay, gender, just for kicks, male or female. If the last one is odd, we'll say male, even, female. Even, it's a female researcher. We'll go to the physical build. That was going to be the next one. Either way, again, left. 1, short, slender, or frail. All right. We have a short female researcher, and what's their reaction to encountering us? 2D. 6, they're indifferent. Is uninterested in helping or hindering the NPCs. A socially acceptable and neutral action. They will act socially predictable or wary manner. Okay. So all business with this researcher. Okay. We should find a name for this researcher. New window. Name generator. Because again, I'm not a clever man. Real names, let's go. I'll close my eyes. Cameroonian. Okay. Female. Harriet. That was the first one I could see that I could pronounce. Harriet. Sidiki. Okay. Harriet Sidiki. Female researcher. Seen in the report. Short. Um, There's also, where is it? There's one that was also here, a notable characteristic. Long not being short. 32. A craven coward. Okay. Craven. I'm gonna put that in quotes. Craven coward. Okay, Claire. Okay. Craven define. Just to be specific. Compatibly lacking courage. Craven adaptation coward. Okay. So a cowardly coward. Wow. Didn't write up these. Those were already in the document. So okay. Let's just say coward. Or really coward. Cowardly. There we go. And neutral. Neutral reaction. Okay. What is the NPC's problem? We'll do first left one is this, the right one is that. 1, top part, and 4, adheres to the wrong religion or is a heretic. Interesting. Okay. Adheres to the wrong religion or is a heretic. Okay. So what I'm seeing then is that she is a religious person who's doing research, who is a researcher, she's a scientist, and, well, okay, not necessarily a scientist, researcher, okay, use scientific method. You could be researching all sorts of things. Normally you think of like specific hard scientists, like chemistry or physics when you think of science, but there's, social science and history and whatnot as well. Anyways, who she is cowardly because she has apparently adheres to quote the wrong religion or is a heretic compared to other researchers. She actually has a belief system that is not cohesive with being a scientist. I'm saying. For the most part, anybody who has religion, who isn't an atheist in science, typically. It would be a difficult time. I can certainly see that, yes. All right, so that's the problem there. Is there anything else we can get? How can we resolve this problem, I suppose? Or is that the problem she wants resolved? I'm not sure if she necessarily tell us that. Motivations, let's look at that. Again, left, right. 4-3. So 4-3. Murderous hatred. Okay. Interesting. Motivated by murderous hatred. Oh, wow. Alright, well, good thing we have a gun. Alright, well, we have a crossbow. The gun's illegal on this planet. The other ones don't necessarily fit there. Okay. Huh. So I'm guessing, does she want us to assassinate somebody? Huh. Okay. Well, it's from a different type of table for patrons, but maybe we can see why is she going to Vic Lightfoot about this. Go with the left one. 4. The patron is pressed for time and the PCs were available. Okay. Pressed for time, and Vic Lightfoot was available. Okay, so she's wanting somebody is murderous, so like she wants somebody dead, assassinated. It seems like, and pressed for time would suggest that somebody here who either is going to be leaving soon, and she needs to get them killed, or they're going to be maybe putting forth some kind of evidence against her to discredit her, and so she needs them killed for that. Interesting. I mean, maybe that's just her motivation, or that's yeah, is her motivation is murderous hatred. What is the basic goal of the job? There we go with that. Is it really going to be assassinating? Because she wants him dead, but like, is that really what she's paying us for? Let's roll that again, left and right. 1 and 1. Yes. Okay. All right. It is assassinate a target. Well, I guess that answers that question. Okay. That target. All right. Interesting. Well, I did not expect this happening. All right. Well, we should find out who the target is. Who do you want us to be killing? Let's say that it's somebody else also at the starport. So it would be another D66. 36. It's a public demonstration? Okay. Target public demonstration. Okay. I'm seeing this being maybe someone who is trying to cause a riot or is boycotting or in some capacity trying to discredit her. Somebody on their soapbox, so to speak. And she's wanting me to assassinate them. Okay. Or wanting Vic Lightfoot too. Alright, let's say that, yes. This person's, well, guys, again, male or female. Male odd, female even. Male. Okay. Let's get a name for this male. Load up that page again. Real names. Let's go American. Again, I'll close my eyes. Hippie. A hippie. Oh, okay. A hippie name. Lucky. Lucky. Not your lucky day. Hey man, like she's staring down the system, you know? Okay. Interesting. Okay, this is definitely not what I was hoping for. Well, okay. Anyway, let's go to noble characteristic. How will we know who Lucky is aside from yelling? 56. Brave. Good to be on your side. Oh no, I think we're on the wrong side here. He's brave. Good to be on your side. He sounds like a really upstanding sort of person here. And yet we've been asked to assassinate him. Okay. What else can we get out of this? Well, okay, is he trustworthy? How about that? Or, okay, first we'll say, is Harriet trustworthy? Well, this might be something that instead just the referee, aka the game master, would uh, be savvy to. Excuse me. But let's see. We'll go with liaison. How would you know which skill would be for figuring out somebody's trying to lie to you? Well, to be deception, I suppose, right? Yeah, there's deception. Okay, I have 0 deception. So, sorry, I'm zooming around here. Use for deception. There we go. Missing, avoiding truth, sleight of hand disguises, to lie past your way, to deception, opposed to investigation, lying interrogation, full polygraph. Okay, so it will be investigation intelligence, I'm saying, in order to recognize a lie. This is, this is suggesting that you are trying to be deceiving to the cops. Obviously, the cops are using investigation. So, he has no investigation, but he does have the Jack of all trades at 3, so he still has no modifier. And intelligence 0 there as well. So, 3. I believe her. I'll roll for her deception. Yeah, her deception is a 9. Okay. Yeah, she, we believe everything she's saying. That's trade. Trade. I forget which page it is. I'm sorry. I should learn this book better. Social counter there, 103. Okay. So, interesting. The public demonstration. And is he trustworthy? We'll go to the left one again for this. Well, okay. Okay, she trustworthy. I suppose we were looking at that. 5, they'll pay more than was originally bargained for. Okay, so if we're able to complete this assassination, the player in me doesn't know this, but the referee would know that Harriet's going to be willing to pay extra for getting this done in a timely manner. Anyways, but is he trustworthy? What he's been saying. 4. They'll pay without any problems. Okay, well, I guess that's only not the patron. That's only for the it's not for the target. It's just for the patron. So okay. Is she giving us anything to help us with this project? What's our most important asset or capability? Again, left and right. 6, there's this table, and 1, society. The patron's position society grants them power. Okay. Her power. Sorry. Her position grants her power. I'm just realizing how small this text is. There we go. Now you can read it. Okay, so when can we assassinate him? And can we make a run for it afterwards quickly? Let's hope. Okay, well he's protesting. Oh yeah. Target is Lucky. There we go. Otherwise, listing it over here makes it sound like it's one of his attributes. No, his name is Lucky. Um, hmm. Okay. What if he's he seems like he's on the up and up. He's a caring guy. Maybe they're part of the same religious movement, and he's wanting her to admit to her beliefs, and he's probably saying, "Hey, here's this researcher that she personally does understand. This is the truth." And yet she's unwilling to state this is the truth because she's been being pulled down by her colleagues. And it's like, I mean, you gotta let her say that, not him. It needs to be her responsibility to be accepting that, not outing her in that respect. So she's decided, okay, I still hold to my beliefs, but you gotta take him out. And apparently, her acceptance of that is to assassinate him. Okay, interesting. All right. Well, let's do a stealth. I have a 0 in stealth. It's pretty much on par with how Vic Lightfoot actually was. He was a halfling rogue and often failed at being stealthy. Let's see how we do this time. Let's roll for stealth. 5 plus 0. And we'll say the standards don't meet dexterity. Even if we're just like social stealth as in he's trying to hide in the crowd, it would still be 1. So 6. He's not able to find a proper way to hide himself in the crowd or outside of it. How is he going to get this done then? Well, maybe he could try to poison him. So let's go back up here to trading items. Or wait a minute. Oh, he has psionics. Can a psionic get us out of this issue? Let's see. Teleportation allows you to teleport 5,000 kilometers with light encumbrance load. I mean, I suppose I could shoot him in plain view and just try to run away or teleport away. And 5,000 kilometers. Oh man. Hopefully I can control where this goes. Let's see. Teleportation allows you to travel instant travel between locations. Scion may teleport only teleport their body, clothes, and personal equipment. Scions cannot teleport more than a kilometer in altitude. And gravity well, teleportation still obeys the laws of conservation and mass and energy, and the difference in potential energy from any change in altitude must correspond to a change in the body temperature in the teleporter. A change in altitude of more than 1 kilometer would heat or cool a teleporter's body to a lethal degree. A single teleportation requires an action to perform. Okay. So, alright. I guess let's shoot a guy and then try to run away. Hoping that, well, options telepathy and clairvoyance. With the telepathy, we have up to the other page. Nope, that's the character creation. Back page. There we go. He has 10 psionic strength. It's kind of small there, but 10 psionic strength. So telekinesis sure would be helpful right now, but that's what we have for telepathy. Assault, a brutal force telepathic assault, causing 4D damage on target, applying damage first to the target's side points. I presume he's probably not psionic. Let's roll for that. Is this guy psionic? Yeah, it's doubtful, but let's see. The average can go up to from 2 to 12. So if it's he's got above 8 in order to roll get psionics. He has psionics. Okay. What's his psionic strength? 7. Okay. It might be harder than I thought. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Well, it's been done now though. Okay. Apply damage first to side points, and then their stamina, and finally lifeblood. If all their characteristics reduced to 0, the target dies from brain damage. Damage from a telepathic assault heals as per the regular healing rules. Anything else? Let's see. I could do suggestion. Sound can plant a simple hypnotic suggestion of the target. Note the target will not obey suggestions that are physical harm themselves. Furthermore, suggestion will cause them to harm a friend. Roll int 6 to resist the effect. So we could just ask him to stop, tell him to stop trying to make a public demonstration of this and walk away to somewhere more secluded. Or try to do memory block. This insidious ability causes one target to forget up to 12 hours of their recent memory. A probe circumvents the block. Okay. Huh. Well, this guy seems very passionate about what it was he was doing. So maybe if I could just put a block in his mind, he can maybe. Okay, we'll roll for whatever it was that he found out about her. Did it happen in the last 12 hours? I asked her about that. And if we get 8 or higher, it did. 7. No. So it means it happened later than 12 hours, which means that the memory block would not help because he would still remember and he would still try to do what he's doing. Okay. Emotion. Ethically. Visibility. I'm reading about this ability here. This ability causes living creatures, not machines, to ignore the scion. The scion becomes essentially invisible to all organic creatures within 10 meters range. It lasts while the scion concentrates on being invisible, which is a free action each round. Attacking any target terminates its power. Okay. Let's see, also shields and telepathic combat. All scions with telepathy can shield themselves and allies with a 3-meter radius from telepathic intrusion. Attempting a telepathic ability against the shielded target requires an opposed psi throw. The telepathic defender shielding their allies throw for non-psionic allies. The defender wins on a tie. If the intruder wins, they may use their ability as desired at the usual cost, and the defender loses one of their side points. If the intruder loses, they fail to penetrate the shield and expend one side point. Okay. So we can still try to do the assault using up all of my side points. It does 4D damage though. So it's possible that it could kill him. without me even having to fire a shot. That would be nice. Well, let's look up who this guy would be, or the stats for this bird. So this is page 66. Sample NPCs. There we go. 108. Looking at the options here. Let's say he's a journalist. Well, or entertainer, guide. Yeah, we could say journalist, sure. So we have stamina 6 and lifeblood 12, and we already said that his side points were at 7. A journalist would not have any armor, so that's good. I mean, I suppose being a psionic attack would go past the armor anyways. Armor reduces, or the armor rating reduces the amount of damage they end up taking. So, but not with psionics. So, okay, let's roll for that. Let's see, it's page 66. I remember that because I said it aloud. I'm learning. Alright, so this would be opposed psionic throws. So, with him being at psionic 7, to resist this, and then so that'd be +0 for him. He gets 8. Okay. 8. And I have +1 on my psionics, so 9, so 10. All right. So my mental assault goes through. And let's see how much damage we do. 15. Okay. So 15 minus 7 would be 8. And let's see. Then it was. Okay, very good. We said journalist. Okay, so then stamina 6. So it reduces that by another 6, so 2. So he's down to 10 lifeblood. And now 12. 0 out of 6 stamina. And let's see what happened with when you get injured. I gotta be able to keep looking at this stuff to healing. There we are. Stamina recovers on its own. It takes about 10 minutes. The character's stamina recovers even if they receive minor wounds. Stamina does not recover of characters who receive serious or mortal wounds. Minor wounds require treatment if a character has at least medicine 1 medkit at 30 minutes time. Either medicine 1 or medkit, rather than both. Treatment will take 1 hour. Alternatively, characters will recover from all minor wounds on their own in a full day's rest. Okay, but where did it say? Okay, applying damage. Okay, first is stamina represents the character's toughness, the ability to shrug off minor wounds. Lifeblood is our health. Loss of lifeblood represents more serious damage. After successful attack, apply damage after first subtracting armor. Didn't hit the do with armor because it was all cycle in the brain. All damage is first applied to the target's stamina. After stamina reaches 0, any excess or additional damage is then applied to the lifeblood. Wounds. If stamina is 0, the character is not wounded, only bruised or scuffed. No negative effects. If the character suffers lifeblood damage, but there is still above half, they recover a minor wound that applies DM-1 to all actions until healed. Okay, so he's damaged lifeblood, but not under half, so he's wounded, minor wounded. And that is one turn there. Okay. Let's see if he has some sort of reaction. Well, he lost all of his sonic points now, as I mentally beat through them apparently. I suppose, yeah. Yeah, I haven't gone through characters that have attacked each other psionically. If they roll below half rating, they're seriously wounded, 8 endurance, or fall unconscious. Yeah. So let's see, that was one action. Let's presume that he, recognizing that, oh no, I'm being attacked, I need to run away now. And so he tries to make a survival? Okay, let's... 02. Or no, journalist. Let's try to make a stealth check for this journalist to see if he can try to hide in the crowd. Remove these two. Boom, boom. 4. He does not hide. He's just flailing about, and he's still highly visible. Like, somebody's in my brain! Oh no! Somebody gotta help me! Let's see. Would he suddenly decide to pull out a stealth pistol? As we're just going with journalists, and apparently journalists come with stealth pistols. Whether it's appropriate or not, I don't know, but excuse me. Okay, recon. There we go. He failed. I failed, or you should say Vic failed. I'm not Vic. I'm not Vic. To actually properly hide, but then again, he also, shot him with his brain. So maybe you do a recon to see whether or not you can figure out who mentally attacked him. No, he also failed at that. So that he does not know. He's looking around, and he's also failing to hide. And I think that could be his whole turn there. So, he probably tries to run a bit. So that would be like at least 10 meters per action. But again, that's not very far when it comes to weaponry. Let's see if Vic can make another stealth check again in order to try to hide. So I'm at 9. Okay. And he's the standard rolls are 8 or plus. So since most people are looking at Lucky seemingly going mad, starting to have a nosebleed probably because he did get a little bit of brain damage there. He's acting with more distraction, so Vic was able to hide a bit, and so now he's going to make another attack, this time with his crossbow, because he's out of psionic points. And yeah, that's going to go through. 9 plus 1, 10, +1, 11. Okay. Not with his Gauss pistol, because, well, the A, that would be loud, probably. And B, again, yeah, I mean, murder's not allowed either, but auto weapons are allowed. So he's actually the crossbow. So he's down to 9 shots there. And we roll 3D damage. 18! Oh, goody, goody, goody. Yeah, that'll just kill him right there. So at first he was being psychotic there, and then he has outright died in front of everybody. And there's an arrow in his chest, but nobody knows. And probably right through the heart. Yeah, 3 6s right there. I mean, we're not going to read into any symbology with that. We'll say that Vic Lightfoot did the assassination very effectively and stealthed away. And because the crossbow was relatively quiet, that's why nobody saw where it came from. Cool. All right. Well then, I did not expect him to be murdering somebody in this, but here we are, and he did. So, how much does he get paid by Harriet? What would be what's the value of a life, really? You know? And we did establish that she was going to be willing to pay more for him having died sooner rather than later. I had not figured that part out yet. I said I hadn't figured any of this part out yet. It should be a tiny sum. I mean, it is murder. Come on. Yeah. Maybe she has another ticket available for purchase. Yeah, the tickets were exceptionally expensive. Or okay, how about some more trade goods? She's a researcher, and so she had some type of trade goods she has easy access to. And okay, well, I can't give you the money, but I can give you some supplies that we're not using at the office. You got that. Let's see what kind of trade good she can offload to him. 62. And listed for pharmaceuticals. Okay. Drug dealing. All right. Well, good thing then that he is able to work on the black market and sell drugs there. Let's see how many tons be the left one here. 5. 5 tons of illicit drugs. Okay. And this was essentially, it's not free, but the market value of 100,000 credits for each ton. Wow. Okay. So her research was in pharmaceuticals, apparently. All right. Maybe it was drugs that would normally be against her religion, but she's got to pay the bills, and therefore that's why she felt the need to keep everything hush-hush, despite her personal beliefs. Okay, so they're illicit because not just because they're dangerous and they should need to be given out properly, but because they were stolen from whatever company she works for. So that's why they're listed. Okay. Anyways, let's try to offload these as quick as we can. So we're going to try to find do some streetwise intelligence. Roll for that. 9. 9 plus the 4. 13 plus intelligence 0. So still, that's plenty enough to find a new supplier. And Again, intelligence or social DM. We use the social in order to get the good price. 8. We'll make it 9. And then further a dice modifier. Okay. Unfortunately, selling it because it is illicit. Okay, well, first of all, B, -2. So that brings 9 to 7. And then, okay, there's 0 there. And it's highly illegal, so +2. Okay, so brings it back up to 8 again. Okay. Or back up to 9, I should say. Sorry. So, okay, we sell it at 110% value. And it was 100. Okay. Times 1.1. 550,000. I should be able to do that in my head, but if you're safer, just do it on the calculator. And that's quite the profit there. Plus the 26,505 he already has. 57,000. 505. Okay. All right. You made quite a lot of money on the assassination of Lucky, who was not so lucky. All right. Well, I've been going for almost an hour there. I think that is well. Okay, we'll go with one more attempt at a potential legal encounter, because again, he just sold something on the black market, and somebody could have seen him doing it. Social encounters. There we go. Legal encounter, and it's not smuggling this time. Well, okay, no, I guess it just says law level determined legal encounter. Period. It doesn't say whether or not it's actually. Well, no, it's still selling illegal goods, so that's what it is. Okay, yeah. I presume I got scot-free with that assassination. All right, so legal encounter 3D. There's that. And if I take higher 2, 7, and we have level 4, so I got away with it. The assassination and selling these drugs. That's right, Vic Lightfoot got away with it. I'm not Vic Lightfoot. I'm not Vic Lightfoot. All right. I think we'll call it there, being at almost an hour. Until next time, happy gaming. Bye bye.